I would like to assess one of my students' letters today. Let's go through the information now. So we have mentioned the addresses details here. That's good. The home care nurse, Prestige Care, 393 Victoria Road, Newtown, Braybrook, right? That's right. Good. All right, let's go through the next one. So you have written down the date, 16 July 2017. That is fine as well. And then you have written on Dear Miss Wilkins, because Miss is the prefix and Wilkins is the surname. That's good. And then there is a comma, and then reference Miss Aisha Amari, aged 75. That's good. I'm writing to refer Miss Amari, who requires your supportive care and assistance upon her discharge today. That is good. She presented to the clinic today with the complaints of weak ankle. What is the next one? Is it a comma here? Hello? Could you
Sorry,
please
sir.
unmute yourself?
That's a comma, sir.
There's a comma, and then what do you have written on after that?
Yeah. Her left foot.
Okay, left foot moves out during ambulation and chronic ankle pain, which is characterized by burning sensation. Okay. Let's read. So this is one single sentence, isn't it? So it starts from she and it finishes at sensation. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is incorrect. I'll tell you why. So she presented to the clinic today with the complaints of. Whenever you use with the complaints of, you need to use only the noun. Weak ankle is good. That's fine because that's a noun. Weak is an adjective and ankle is a noun. So that's good. I'm happy with that. And then what is the next one? Her left foot moves out during ambulation. This is not a noun, but it is a whole sentence. We don't need whole sentence. With the complaints of, you should not produce a whole sentence. Okay, when you read this one, her left foot moves out during ambulation, that's a full sentence. That seems to be a full sentence. Am I correct? Because that can independently act as a sentence. After compliance of, you cannot use a full sentence. You have to use only the nouns. Say for example, the conditions. Let's say he was admitted to the hospital today with the complaints of weak ankle, chronic pain, and then you can say maybe headache. Do you know what I mean? So those kinds of nouns only. You can't use, a full sentence here. This is not good. So what you can do is that, so here, movement of her left foot during ambulation. Is that what you want to say?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you can use maybe imbalanced left foot. Is that right?
Yes.
We can say so. I think because the left foot moves out means it's not strong enough. Okay, it's weak actually, isn't it?
Okay.
Because it's moving in and out, which means that's an imbalanced left foot. You can also mention that weak ankle, imbalanced left foot, and chronic ankle pain. So you have started using only the singular noun after this, so which is characterized by burning sensation. So where, like, is this related to only this chronic pain?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, that's all right. Then it's okay. So this, her left foot moves out during ambulation, needs to be replaced. Okay. So
Okay,
her
sir.
her left foot moves out during ambulation. Sorry, moves out during ambulation must be written down. Like for example, you can use imbalanced left foot. Okay, and then place a comma. That would be much easier. Imbalanced left foot. Okay, because it moves out during ambulation. All right, and then chronic ankle pain, which is okay, that's fine. So apart from that, it's all good. Let's go to the next one. In terms of Mrs. Amari medical history, it's not Mrs. Amari medical history, Miss Amari, Miss Amari medical history. It's not the case. Miss Amari medical history. It must be Miss Amari's medical history. You always need to write it down. You always write down the apostrophe and then yes, because it belongs to someone, isn't it? This medical history belongs to Amari, and as a result, you have to use Miss Amari's medical history. Okay.
Okay, sir.
She has been experiencing hypertension since 3 years. I think I have given you the same advice not to use since. Okay, since 3 years is wrong. You should say for the last 3 years. Where can I use since? You can
A
say
definite date.
yes, since 2010. I think I gave you a session on the same, isn't it?
Actually, here there was a 3 years, so it looks.
It's
I
not
thought
three
that it
years.
is
No, no,
definite.
no. Since 2017, then it's good.
Okay.
You should have represented in a different way. I mean, you should have taken the year and then you should have mentioned it. Okay, but you haven't done. That's not good. Let's go to the next one. Hypertension since 3 years and type 2 diabetes mellitus for the last 18 months. Okay. For as I already mentioned, if they have mentioned 18, did they mention 18 months in the case notes?
Yes, sir. 18 months are there.
Don't use the same word, same phrase. You can say 1.5 year
Hmm.
or for more than a year. Okay, 1.5 year for over a year, something like that. You can mention that. Okay, her current medications include diabetes, beta blocker, calcium channel blocker. Is that finished here? After
Yes, sir.
calcium
Yes, sir.
channel blocker. Okay, good.
Mm.
Did you place a full stop? I couldn't see the full stop here.
Yes, sir. I placed it.
Okay, all right. And then she also takes paracetamol whenever required. Okay. Above all, medicines has been taken by herself. You don't need to mention her by herself. That's wrong. I don't know why you have written on this sentence. Above all,
Actually,
medicines.
they mentioned self administration of medicine, sir. That's why.
Then you should have mentioned here itself. I mean, she administered her current medications herself, which include Diabex, Metablocker, okay, Diabex, Metablocker, and then you can write down all these things. So what you could have done is that her self administration of medications, her self administration of medications include, and then you can mention all those things. Okay, so add this. Okay, it includes all the medications. You can mention whatever the things. You don't need to use above all medicines has been taken by herself. That is again wrong. Above all medicines. Okay, let's say above all medicines has been. Okay, when you look at this, above all medicines, that's a plural noun. Plural noun can always go with the have. It doesn't go with has. Okay, again, I'm just giving you the corrections here. Okay, have
Okay,
been,
sir.
but you don't need to write down that whole sentence anyway. That's a different story. But the way you have written down isn't grammatically correct. Okay, let's go to the next one. Can you please read this? Is it socially?
Socially, Miss
Amari
Amari
lives alone
lives alone and
and
there
there is
is no
no
relevant family history.
relevant family history. Okay, that's all right. However, okay,
However, her son, Mr.
after a
Ahmed,
connecting phrase, okay, however, so once you go through however, okay, that's a connecting phrase. You need a comma after that. Okay, place a comma after that. I don't know whether you have watched the video that I uploaded on my YouTube channel in regards to the use of punctuation marks. I'll send you the link, okay, so that you can, when you get an opportunity, just watch it or just listen to it, okay?
okay, sir.
All right, let's go to the next one. So, however, her son.
Her son, Mr. Ahmed, reminds her to take the medicines regularly through the
Okay,
telephone.
did you place any comma after her son and after Anand?
Mr. Ahmed, Kama was there, Mr. Ahmed, sir.
No, her son and then Mr. Ahmed, isn't it? Is that the spelling?
Yes, sir.
Then what you could have done is her son after comma and then Mr. and then Ahmed and then there is another comma.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. Spelling mistake. Yeah. So you should have placed the comma twice. Because we are
Okay, sir.
describing, her son. So we have to describe her son using two commas after that. So her son, comma, Mr. Anand, comma. Okay, let's say, however, her son, Mr. Anand, reminds her to take the medicines
Regularly through the telephone.
regularly through telephone. However, he reminds her through telephone to take medications. Okay, to take the medicines regularly through the telephone. Okay, when you read this sentence, it doesn't make sense. Why? Sometimes placement of words is more important in a sentence structure. Okay, let's go through this. Mr. Anand reminds her through telephone to take the medicines regularly. Okay, Mr. Ahmed reminds her through telephone to take the medicines regularly. That is the correct sentence. So through the telephone should have gone. Okay, through the telephone. Move this phrase after reminds her. Okay, so it needs to go after reminds her. Okay, can you please read the final sentence for me?
The only language she can speak is Arabic.
Okay, Arabic
Therefore,
is a unique language. Okay, I mean, like, it's one language only in the world, so it's unique. All the unique names needs to have what? The capital letter. Yes, let's go to the next one. So therefore, right?
therefore,
And
yes,
there is
sir.
a comma. Is there a comma after therefore?
No.
Okay, then you need to place a comma. Therefore, place a comma here, please. Okay, can you go to the next one? Her son, therefore, her son will assist with the language interpretation. Okay, her physical examination revealed she is alert. That's wrong. Her physical examination revealed that she is alert. So it's just only revealed. You need to use revealed that she is alert. Okay,
Okay.
that she is alert and well oriented. Well oriented is well oriented needs to be written down like this. Well oriented, because it's a syllable. Okay, I mean, there's an hyphen in between. Well organized, well, like structured and things like that. Okay, there is no behavior and
There
speech.
is no hearing, sir.
Oh, sorry, hearing. Oh, yeah, there is no hearing And speech impairment. Okay, that's all right. Can you please tell me the spelling of speech?
EACH, sir.
No, no, speech. This one.
SPEACH.
EACH, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. SPEACH, right? Okay. It's SPEECH. It's not SPA. Okay, it may be confusing. Okay, I'll tell you. SPEAK. That is the verb. Okay, speak. All right, but when you have to use it into a noun, this A will be transitioned into E. Do you understand these things? Speak is
Yes,
a
sir.
verb and speech is a noun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sometimes you may get confusion, isn't it?
Yeah, I wrote initially EE only.
Hmm,
Then afterwards, I rechecked, then I changed.
that's not correct. Okay, let's go to the next one. She maintains good skin integrity and she exhibits with a normal bowel and bladder pattern as well. Okay, she maintains good skin integrity and she exhibits. Okay, instead of saying and she exhibits, we can say and exhibits. We don't need to use, like she again, once again. I mean, there's no grammar mistake, but you can simply say she maintains good skin integrity and exhibits normal bowel and bladder pattern. Okay, you don't need to use exhibits with. Okay, with can
Okay.
be removed. With the normal, it can be removed. Okay, you can just use normal. She exhibits something. That's it. You don't need any preposition before that. And bladder
Okay.
pattern as well. She's able to ambulate. Is it ambulate?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
You.
but it sounds like a. When you see that, okay, it's not you according to me. Okay, ambulate, and don't use by herself, but just herself, or you can use on her own. Okay,
Okay.
she ambulates herself. That is okay, and she is able to ambulate herself without any assisting devices.
Assistive, sir.
Assistive. Okay, is it V?
B.
I don't think this, but the way you have written on looks like it's N. You
Mhm.
need to be very careful. Assistive. Okay. Devices. Okay. All right. But yeah, it doesn't look like, you have to write it down carefully. It seems to me like assistant. That's what I understand. Assistive devices. You need to write down V clearly, please. Handwriting is also important if it prevents the correct representation of your ideas to the reader. Okay. Could you assist Miss Amari with a shower and dressing in
I
a
made a
twice
mistake
a
here,
day
sir.
basis? No, it's not wrong. It's
That's
not correct. Sorry.
yeah. After
Could
I
you?
sent to you
Okay.
only.
Could you assist? Okay. Could you assist? That's wrong. You have to always use. Could you please assist? Okay. I mean, use please wherever is appropriate. Okay. Here you can use. Could you please assist Miss Amari with the shower and dressing twice a day? Okay,
That's wrong.
twice a day. So use, okay, in a twice a day basis. Okay, instead of writing this, what you could have done is twice a day. That's okay. Simple. Twice a day in twice a day basis. So instead of that, you can say, could you please assist Miss Amari with her shower and dressing twice a day? That's okay. So remove everything else. Should you also please, should you also monitor her foot and ankle? No, no, no. You can't say, should you also monitor? No, that's wrong. Should you also monitor? Okay, instead of that, also monitoring her foot and ankle is vital. So write something like this. So instead of writing down this sentence, should you also monitor her foot and ankle? You can mention like also monitoring her foot and ankle is beneficial, is vital, is important, is critical, something like that you can use. It would be beneficial to install some assistive devices at her home. Finally, could you help her for household chores and laundry? Okay, it would be beneficial to install some assistive devices at her home. That's okay. Finally, could you help her for household chores and laundry? That is also fine. Let's go to the next one. Thank you for agreeing to provide home care to Miss Amari. Should you have any question, please do not hesitate to contact me. Okay. Yours sincerely, Indra Gandhi, registered nurse. West Bro Medical Clinic. Oh, well, bro, 2065. You don't need to mention all these things. I mean, you can mention the name of the organization, your name, your designation, and then the name is too much. Like you don't need to write too much. Okay, just
So no
don't write
need to
down
mention this address.
the suburb. Yes, suburb. You can write down just only your sincerely, and then the organization, your designation. That's it. If they have mentioned your name in the case notes, then you have to mention your name. Otherwise, you just need to mention only the designation. That's it.
Otherwise, no need to mention with the name. Only registered nurse is
That's right.
enough.
Yours sincerely, comma the registered nurse. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go through the assessment section now. So this is the word by word assessment. Let's go through the assessment section. Okay. One thing is grammar. Grammar is is not up to the mark. You should use more complex and compound sentences. Okay, you should use more complex and compound sentences instead of using only simple sentences. Okay, that's one thing. Write neatly and clearly because your handwriting isn't that good. Okay, use
Okay.
more formal words. Okay, appropriately, and use synonyms. You need to use more synonyms. Okay, all right. Use of prepositions, articles, spelling, punctuation marks needs to be improved a lot. Okay, because you have committed many mistakes here when you go through that. Okay, use the punctuation marks including the apostrophes. Okay, right. Organization of ideas is okay, that's fine. Okay, vocabulary could have been better. You should use the syllables in between. Okay, connectivity is all right. Okay, this one looks at case notes are well organized. Punctuation marks is okay. Organization is all right. Overall task fulfillment could have been better. Okay. I believe like this one, I know the case notes for Aisha Amari. I think you have included all the relevant case notes. I believe so. All relevant case notes were included in the letter. Okay. Looking at the severity of the mistakes you have committed. I believe that you have committed 22 mistakes, and most of them are the major ones. And unfortunately, okay, one more thing, sorry. Use of capital and small letter needs to be improved too. Okay. Looking at the severity of the mistakes, okay, to me this sounds like a C grade letter. Okay, I mean you can get maybe about 250. That's it. I wish you good luck with your next letter.
Okay.
So you should receive the feedback right now. Are you happy with my assessment?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please go through the feedback that I have given you and work out on the other letter that you have written on. Okay, all right, the one that you have shared with me previously, because I would like you to reduce this mistakes. Okay, try not to commit so many mistakes. Okay, try to reduce the number of mistakes, say from 22 to maybe 18 or 17 if you can.
Okay, sir.
All right.